underneath the smoke. Call me the dark outside your window. Call me the sin you never meant to find. I tear apart the hands that chained you. Cross every line to leave a ghost behind.
Hi, everyone. We are at the beginning point of the kickoff season for HeXenfest, and we have a really awesome guest for you to start out our podcast. So what this is this is for HeXen Magazine, and if you haven't seen it, jump over to my Facebook page and check that out. I have created a magazine that is all-encompassing for everything that we do within our community. Our October issue is coming out October 1st, and we have a 200-page jam-packed magazine filled with all kind of wonderful things for the season. And in the back of it is a full section about HeXenfest. If you don't know what that is, HeXenfest is being held at BottleWorks this year, October 31st. We are on our second year. It is all day this year. We are going from 1 p.m. until 11:45 p.m. We have bands, we have fire performers, we have dancing witches, we have a traveling haunted museum, vendors indoors and outdoors of BottleWorks. We have so much for you this year, and we hope that everyone is going to show up, have a good time, and we also have food trucks. And that is why my guest is here right now, because he is going to be featured at HeXenfest this year. You may have seen him out in the community of Johnstown. You may have seen him at your favorite eats, but he is known around town as the Mass Review, and he has taken the internet by storm, if you will. You may have seen him on TikTok, and we are going to introduce him now and get to know him and find out more about what he does and how he got started. So let's bring our guests on. I also have my co-host with me too, Alyssa from AME Dark Art. She's going to be helping me out with this, and we have about an hour here to go, and we're just going to have a nice, relaxed, chill, fun kind of evening for you. So let's welcome both my co-host, Alyssa Edwards, and our special guest. Hey! Hi, Alyssa. How are you? So we finally get to meet you and sit down and find out all about you and how you got started. And first of all, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Okay. So one of the things that I wanted to ask you, because Johnstown is my hometown.
Okay.
I am way older than probably both of you sitting here, so I go clear back to the 70s. So I know what Johnstown was back in the day. I know what it is today. And the fact that you are on scene making things kind of turn around and being involved in the community is why I have you here. So how did you get started with Mass Reviews?
So I actually started Mass Reviews in like 2021, I think. In North Carolina, I wanted to do it. And I had maybe posted like 6 videos, and then life became super hectic and I moved and all kinds of stuff. And so I like took a break from it for a while. And then once I moved here to Johnstown, there were specifically 2 restaurants that went out of business. And I was like, dang, I really like those spots. And I kind of like, I've said it before without outing myself too much. Like, this isn't my first rodeo. I'm not new to social media at all. I'm just new to food reviews. So I started thinking, like, what's something I could do to like help the town and help some of these restaurants get more publicity and stuff, because it seemed like what people are lacking out here is like media knowledge and know-how. And I was talking to some friends, and I was just like, this is it. What, baby? Baby, can you wait? Thank you. That's she should have been in a mask. That was
You have to get her one.
Yeah, I actually thought about doing it for the kids, and then finding a way to like make a cute little like Seventh Heaven video, but with all of us with masks on.
Okay, that would be nice. It would be really nice. So when you say 2 restaurants aren't in business anymore, which 2 are you referring to in Johnstown?
There was one off of Scout, by Zebra Stand called Eat Sleep Cuban Sandwiches. I went up there and got giant trays of empanadas all the time. I freaking love empanadas. And
Mhm.
then there was also a Dominican, I forgot exactly the name, but it was called like Dominican something garden downtown. It was like this light blue building with yellow accents, and they had like all these pretty umbrellas up and stuff like that. And I really liked their food as well. Um, and then right when I started doing the reviews, that one Firehouse sub place just closed down. And I think I see it as like kind of a trend where places open up. There was that hot dog spot in the mall. They were open for a little bit and then they closed. And I think a big part of it is marketing.
Okay, yeah, I agree. These days, you really have to push a lot of marketing, a lot of social media, and you have to stay consistent with it because, like you said, the next thing is going to roll in and take over. People are going to forget.
Yep. Yeah, staying consistent is key. That's why people don't. I've made posts about it, but I'm like 2.5 weeks out on post. If you see me posting, I ate at that restaurant probably 2 weeks ago. That way, I'm always ahead on content, so that because once you lose that momentum, it's kind of
Mhm.
like you're screwed. That's just how you have to keep people's entertainment. Keep them entertained and zoned in on you.
Yeah, I did see the TikTok to where you are eating a dish out of a halved pineapple.
Oh, yep.
Okay, so that was the latest one that I got to catch on TikTok. I wasn't even aware of that restaurant.
House of Smoke. That was a food truck. Yeah, they were
Oh,
amazing.
okay. Okay. Yeah, it really did. It really looked good. So, one of the things here, and maybe you can see it up on screen, is about reviews. What makes a great food review? Like flavor experience, the ambiance, or is it the whole encompassing package with a restaurant?
I think as far as like a overall just review in general, that's good. I think you have to be like a little upbeat and entertaining while being honest, but also being respectful in the way that you're delivering stuff. Because I know there's a lot of like creators that I don't know, maybe they try to get a rise out of people by being rude or condescending or a certain way. But I think even if I don't like something, the goal is to shout out these family businesses. So to still remain positive and respectful. And even on things that I haven't loved, I still recommend that anybody that sees my videos goes and tries it for themselves because beauty's in the eye of the beholder. There's plenty of movies that I heard were going to be crap and they were great, or food that somebody didn't like and then I ate it and it was great. So, everybody has different things that float their boat.
So, what are you looking for when you are going out there getting ready to do a review? Are you going off of what other people are telling you, off of videos, or are you just like randomly ordering from places?
It started as whatever my kids wanted to eat, kind of. Like I was like, hey, where do you and then it kind of was just me driving around. Oh, here's a place. And then once comments started coming in, which was pretty fast actually, I got traction kind of quick. But once I started looking at who's commenting what, how many comments are getting per place, and then also I've been very upfront and honest with everybody. A lot of places have reached out to me and said, hey, would you come review our place? And I tell them straight up, like, listen, I'm just a dude raising kids, eating food on camera. So any help I can get, I'm not ashamed of taking it. If you're going to give me the food to review, I'll take it. But what I tell them is if you are going to give me the food and you're aware that it's for me, make sure that you make it exactly how you make it for everybody else, because all you'd be doing is screwing yourself over by giving me some fancy meal and then
Mhm.
people view it and then they go there and that's not what they get because they won't return. So you may get that one sale, but you want that consistent revenue. You want normals. You want, people coming back. So I tell them all just like, I'll take the help that I can get, but just make sure that it's the same because you're only hurting yourself in the long run.
So, what restaurant around Johnstown really surprised you?
Um, all of them in the mall. This town has the best mall food I've ever had, but standouts so far, Southern City number one, great, so good. I haven't had a bad experience there. Very nice people. The review hasn't dropped yet, but the Franklin Street Bar and Grill was fire. They were really good as well. Um,
Mhm.
and then I'm in love with Big Dog's $9 large pizzas on Tuesdays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, Franklin Street. I did see on Facebook,
Yep.
we were standing next to Dana. Now, I've known Dana since, oh, geez, probably 2014, 2015.
Okay.
And if you do swing back there, the French onion soup,
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I got a whole smorgasbord and it was all good. And that kind of happened by chance because the day before I went with my daughter and I did a review for the creamery and my
Yeah.
daughter snitched on me. I was, they didn't know. She goes, he's going to make a video for you. And then she turned around and was like, wait a second. And I was like, baby, that's like not. And then, so I got that stuff. And then she was like, if you want, you can do the Franklin. And I was like, yeah, I'll come by tomorrow and do that. So it just worked out like that. But it was really good ice cream as well. I had their first cornbread ice cream, which is something I never thought I would eat. And it was very delicious. It caught me off guard.
Interesting. That was going to be my next question about what food did you try that really caught you off guard? That was what you answered.
That's the pineapple.
Yeah.
House of Smoke. That looked like something that you would get. I'm going to Thailand at the end of the year, and that's something I would expect to get there,
Right. I never would have suspected that in Johnstown. I gotta be honest. That is something new, and I wouldn't mind trying it. It did look good.
Yeah.
It did look good. So you met my co-host at Pride.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to put a face to you, and I'm like, did you meet me or did you meet my best friend Kat? She had jet black hair, purple on one side.
I don't honestly. So I was there for work and I was with a client, so I'm kind of chasing them around while looking at stuff.
Okay.
So I don't know, but it was just funny because I grabbed all these cards from art tables that I liked, and then I was looking at this one, and then I saw your picture when she said that you were her co-host, and I was like, I swear this is the table that I went to.
Well, that is awesome. I mean, I'm still trying to put a face to you, but I couldn't tell you. There were so many people just, walking around.
Yep,
but
I stand out. Yeah. You'll if you see me in the future, you'll be like, oh, that's definitely him. That happens actually a lot more than I would like for it to happen. The Clark Kent effect is not real in Johnstown. Okay, all he wore was glasses, and I wear a whole mask. I show this much of my face, and I get stopped 5 times at Walmart. I go to Michael's, the mall, anywhere. Yo, are you that guy? And then that's when they're like, I can tell they're nervous to ask. They're like, yo, are you the? And I'm like, who? And they look so hurt, and I'm like, I'm just playing. It's me. It's totally me. I can't lie. I feel bad.
Yeah. Well, speaking of your mask, I am so curious, like, what is the story behind your mask? As an artist, like, I see the patchwork and everything. Did you sew that on there? Like, where did the mask start?
Okay, so it's risky of doxing myself, but
answer whatever you are comfortable
I mean,
with.
I'm not too concerned with it. It's honestly more just to stand out amongst car reviewers than anything. But my friend Jordan Sucks made this mask. He's a clothes and apparel artist, and he does paintings and stuff too. But he had made the mask for my other friend, a musician named Lil Toe, who now goes by Ammo. And I used to actually use this mask like to perform and stuff like that. And then I had it sitting in the closet. And when I was thinking about the food reviews, I was like, what can I do to stand? I was like, oh, my mask. I haven't worn this in a couple of years. Let's wear this again. And I just did that.
Okay, awesome.
Your friends are actually in the comments, Alyssa, arguing amongst themselves. So I'm just going to let them be.
You're not my real mom. I'm thinking about making custom masks and just selling a couple of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really cool because I love it. But I had to ask.
Yeah, some people hate it. They're like, oh, the mask looks horrible. You look like a drunk. I'm like, well, I don't drink alcohol, but I mean, it's okay. It's like,
yeah, you can't please everyone.
You never. I've learned that over my years of social media. You'll never please everybody.
Yeah.
So I do have a question to ask you on that note.
Yep.
Now, if you're okay to talk about this, I understand that there is a restaurant in Johnstown that was a little upset with one of your reviews.
Oh yeah. They didn't. And you know what? Looking back at it, like I said in the post that I made about it, and I wasn't trying to drag it out too much or cause conf because that's not the goal here, you know. But honestly, like I want to remain respectful, but everybody's favorite spot can't be my favorite spot. That's just not how it's gonna work out. And there's a lot of nostalgia tied with that spot that I don't have because I'm not from here, you know. So the same core memories that people have and the investment in the place, I just don't have that core memory. So it wasn't the same to me. And I did think that it was very ironic that I said in the review, like unscripted, man, if I was drinking, I could see this being like very appealing. And then mad comments are like, oh, dude, this was the spot to go after the bar. And I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense because when I was eating this, I was like, this would be fire. If I was drunk, this would be fire. But just as far as like, I'm kind of judging things like, do I want to go here? Would I go here on like an everyday basis? And I just personally wouldn't. But I'm not trying to yuck nobody's yum. You know what I mean? If you love it, you love it. I'm glad that you do, you know. But yeah, the pitchforks came out a little bit. But I think on both sides, I think they were catching slack too because they made a post about me and people were upset about that. And I was like, look, I'm not taking anything personal. I'm sorry that I upset them, you know? And then some old lady came up to me in the mall and was like, something about the owner of that's like on the city council. I need to be careful. And I was like, oh God, what did I do?
Yeah, Joel, we're not gonna say the name of the spot, obviously, but yeah, yep.
The best one I've had so far though is ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah, they're number one for dogs in town so far.
Okay. So what about wings? Because I have my favorite spot for wings, and I rarely deviate from what I like. But Johnstown Inn, I did see a video to where you went to the Johnstown Inn, but you did not get the wings.
I know, I got slack for that too. I almost feel like because people tell me to go places, but they don't necessarily tell me what to get. And then I go and get places and they're like, how dare you not get this? I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't live out, you know, I'm new here. And then or another place, I went and I got a bunch of pizza and I got a hamburger just because I wanted one. And they were like, Matt, some of the people are upset. They're like, why would you order a hamburger from an Italian restaurant? And I'm like, it's on the menu. Like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't put it on the menu. I just ordered it because it's on there. Like, if you don't think it's good, don't put it on the menu. Like,
yeah. Well, if you go back again, you have to try the garlic parm.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's my go-to for wings in the area. Tollgate.
I love. Yeah, top three. They're kind of neck and neck, and I want to do a video with them side by side so I can have a better like comparison. Okay. But it would be Tollgate, Southern City, and Orchard are like the top three places I've gotten wings from so far.
I have not been to the Orchard for wings. I haven't.
Oh, they were very delicious, and they did not slack on the sauce. And I think that was my first video that kind of like took off was the Orchard wings. Okay, alrighty. So you are going to be featured at our event in October at HeXenfest. And we have a lineup of food trucks just waiting. And I cannot wait to see what you're going to do with all 6 of our food trucks because we have the best of the best, in my opinion. So for me, if I had to give a review, it would be tough. It really would be tough for me. But there's one lady that's going to be at the event that all she has to do is throw a specific sandwich at me and I'm done. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. It is Jackie's Groovy Cheese Truck. She has a bacon brie blueberry jam grilled cheese. That sounds crazy.
And I'm telling you, that's it. That's it. Yeah. That's worth that.
Sweet and savory. That sounds like a Hobbit snack or something.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's delicious.
So good. We have Smoked Out Barbecue, if you're familiar with him. He's down at Jim and Jimmy's a lot. Yeah. And then we have Lizzie's Wagon. We have the Coffin Bean. So she'll be there in a hearse.
Oh, that's
selling
cool.
coffee drinks. And then we have another hearse. She is the dessert hearse, may contain nuts, so you'll see her. We have Grumbling Gypsy. And then who am I missing? I know I'm missing somebody. I know.
Sounds like a bunch of big back activities. I'm gonna have to
I'm thinking about all the menus right now. So
yeah. Between the barbecue and the grilled cheese, I don't know. You might find me with a camping chair propped up right next to the food trucks, because that's where I'll be. Yeah. So, but yeah, I really think this is going to be really great. You're going to be featured there. It's going to be so much fun with all the entertainment and the bands and everything that's going on. Yeah, we have a lot. What are some of the questions you had for the reviews, Alyssa?
Okay, so I am a mother of two, and I'm so curious. Is there a restaurant in Johnstown that you and the whole family agree on? Because I know that's one.
the top, and it's funny because I almost feel like I'm just like a walking sponsor for the Galleria. But the most three places we go to are Southern City, Miss Rosalinda's, and Opa Greek Cuisine. I mean, they're just so good. And then maybe twice a month on Tuesdays we get the large big dog pizza. My daughter is obsessed with their cheese pizza. But as an overall consensus, I'd say it's like neck and neck, Rosalinda and Southern City. And it's almost hard because they're right next to each other. So when you go to one, you got to just look at them and be like, I'm cheating on you today, but it's okay. Like.
Hey, well, that's cool. I couldn't even pick one restaurant that the whole family agrees on, because everyone just has a different taste palette. So.
Are yours, I don't know if you want to answer on, I don't know how are yours close in age, or is there a big gap there?
So there is a gap. My oldest is 10, my youngest is 5. So,
okay. Yeah, my oldest is 9, my youngest is 16 months. So I'm right there with you. Like.
Now, I created a poll. So for anybody that's out there watching right now, let me know some of your answers here. I put together a question that is what matters most when you choose a restaurant: the food, the price, the reviews, the atmosphere. So this is where everybody participates. Kind of give me an idea of your thoughts and opinions on that. And then I have another one as well. And while I'm doing this, I think, Alyssa, you also wanted to ask him about his cause for why he's doing this. I know I did see a video to where you did talk a little bit about why you started doing these reviews. And okay, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, from our understanding, you started all of this to support your stay-at-home wife. Can you tell us about that? If you want to. If you don't, that's perfectly okay.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I think that's amazing, and kudos to you for that.
So I started this to support businesses, but I started the merch to support my stay-at-home wife, because she has like Cricut machines and heat presses and all this stuff to make merch with from back when we were doing like the music stuff and all that. And then when I started thinking about it and we were getting following and stuff and we're like building up, I was like, dang, we're not monetized yet. And at first I was like, oh, we can make merch and I'll take that money and I'll put it towards doing more reviews and such. But then and the more I thought about it, I was like, well, that's not cool. She's making the merch. You know what I mean? Like, she should get the money from it. So then I told her, look, we'll start making merch, and anything that sells, I just want the money back that it costs for the shirt so I can buy more shirts in the future. But I really just wanted to provide like a way for her to make money from home while still being the great mother that she is, because I know how hard that can be for stay-at-home parents, whether they're the mother or the father, to be stuck at home all day doing a job that doesn't necessarily pay you, and then to feel like you have to ask somebody else for money to do stuff for yourself and stuff. And you know, I give her what I can, but we're also just a single income it's not like I'm rich to just be like, oh, here's $200 out of every one of my paychecks to, you know, pay you what she actually deserves, which is way more than that. But I
Yeah.
can't pay her like a full-time job to watch our kids. That's why we're not in daycare, you know? So I really just trying to find a way to uplift her in what I'm doing as well, so that we're all doing it together, and it can be in-sourced and in-home, and yeah, just trying to figure out how to make it work for us as a group, you know?
Yeah. That's beautiful. It
Okay,
really is.
so
You know.
KK's on here. He has a request. So here's his request. He wants you to talk about Pappy's. If
Oh,
if you
I
can.
haven't been there yet, but it's actually on my list. My daughter's been there. She went to a birthday party there and she loved it. That's the spot by Burger King, right? Across from the
Yeah, down the hill.
Eaton Park place. I've never eaten there either.
Yeah, it's down Eisenhower. That was
Mhm.
another one that was a very big deal when I was growing up, because you got to go to the window and get on the little wooden ledge and watch them make your pizza.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then they had in the back. Wow, I'm dating myself. Holy crap! But they had an organ that played in the back as well. It used to light up and play like old timey tavern style music. But yeah,
It
it
like
was
played
really
itself.
nice. Yeah, I think so. I think it was a plug-in situation
Mm,
or something like that. But yeah, it was a really nice place for the family to go after shopping for Christmas back in the day.
a pulled pork pizza? That sounds crazy. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. I'm dabbling.
They make an amazing pulled. Okay, see, I didn't even know that either. Okay, yeah, some people are answering some of the polls. This is Susan. She said she goes for the food ingredients and good communication with the chef. I have food allergies and have to be very careful eating out.
Food allergies are terrifying.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, I agree.
Yeah, I'd say for me, like, it's definitely flavor over everything. Because if something's expensive but it tastes phenomenal, I don't care. You know what I mean? Oh, it's worth it because it tasted that. But if I pay a lot of money and then it tastes like butt, I'm like, that sucks. You know, like, um, yeah. And it's funny because I had somebody comment the other day. And, you know, you're gonna get hate comments or whatever. And somebody
Mhm.
said, well, are you a culinary chef? Like, what credentials do you have to review food? And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know that I needed like culinary classes to tell you what tastes good to me. Maybe I should like take fashion classes before I decide what outfit looks good on me, or maybe some anatomy classes before I find out what person I should date." You know, it's like these are like opinion based things, and people give certain people way too much power. It's like I don't have to go to school for 6 years to tell you if something tastes good or bad. You know, it's like this is my opinion. It's not like a factual concept. Like we're not arguing over like gravity or something like that. It's like,
Yeah, I think the importance of this too is that, again, I'm going to throw in some woo woo stuff here. So if you're not down with the woo woo, I'm sorry. But um, as someone who is a foodie, I'm a Taurus. And if you know anything about Taurus, we like to eat. We like the finer things. We like good food. And we, if we're going to spend money, which is rare, we want to make sure we're spending money on good food. So for me, I want to know if somebody else enjoyed something when they go out. Because the last thing I want to do is go order something, especially in these times right now with the way things cost, and get something that is absolutely terrible. What you just said, yeah, that would piss me off.
yeah, it's hard, especially because you can't go anywhere nowadays without spending. If you have a family, it's $100 every time I leave the house. I'm just
Yeah.
leaving $100 out every time I go anywhere. 100. And it's like,
Mhm.
so you want it to be good. And that's something I learned too. Like when I was traveling a lot, I've been to like Michelin restaurants and they're very expensive and they taste amazing, but all their portions are also like this big. You know, you order like $100 plate and you get like a little piece of chicken that's like this, and it's gonna be the most flavorful food that you've ever had. in your life, but you're like, where's the rest of it? Like, so it's kind of like a fine line you got to find with these places.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I want to know that I'm eating something good and enjoying it, and it was worth the money that I'm spending on it.
Yep.
So, what else you have coming up as far as events or podcasts? Because I know within the past week of just watching on TikTok and everything, you have done Fox News.
Yep.
Fox News Now at 8. I said that backward. KCO Day. You're on
Yeah,
KCO
yeah.
Day. Yeah.
I've a couple other podcasts I've been speaking to. I really miss doing podcasts, so this is great. I love conversing with people. The Johnstown magazine reached out to me to get in that. The Johnstown airport reached out to me to do something cool. We're lining something cool up. What's today? Monday? This weekend coming up, I'm going to be in Erie, Pennsylvania. With Young Gravy. I haven't seen him in like a year, so I'm gonna go chill with him, and then we're gonna go to New York for a bit. I don't know. I haven't committed to New York yet. I work again on Monday, so I might go to New York over the weekend, or I might go to Erie and then come back home. But I would like to go to New York.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, as far as our issue for the October issue of HeXen magazine, that'll be out October 1st. So I hope everybody picks up their copy. As I said in the beginning of this, it is 200 pages. It is a special edition for Samhain, and it has everything about HeXenfest in it, all our bands, all our entertainment, different articles from contributors that submitted to the cause, to the magazine. So I hope everyone picks up their copy of that. So Alyssa, what else do you have that you wanted to add?
I am curious what you're most excited about, other than food, but to be a part of HeXenfest. Like, is it up your alley? What are you looking forward to? Because we have a lot going on.
So I didn't get to go last year. That was your first year, if I'm correct, which is super cool. I am just excited to see more people and see the Johnstown community, and also more witchy type people, because like I'm sure that anybody walking up to my house, UPS guys and stuff, probably think that I'm crazy because my front porch kind of looks like your background. I have statues to pagan gods out there, and I have boar heads with wax melting down them, and I have raccoon heads, and I have an orange curtain with buffalo teeth and deer spines, and it's just like hanging. So I've caught a couple of them on my Ring camera looking around like, where the heck am I right now?
I love that.
Yeah, I really like I just really like that aesthetic and vibe, and the people that come along with it, and how open-minded and usually loving. And I've learned in life, the more odd people look, the more like caring, compassionate, and down to earth they seem to be. And the more uptight and square people look, the more they like kind of hate their lives and project that on others. So it's like, it's a little odd, which is something that I've dealt with moving here. I thought that I was moving up north, and it's almost as south as North Carolina here sometimes.
Yeah. It is time to like find community, and obviously you'll experience that, but I'm so happy to hear that you're a like-minded individual. So
yeah. Oh yeah, I was stalking y'all. I started like I click and see like what I'm getting into, especially because I had that miscommunication. I'm like, oh, I'm about to go sit in a room with these two people. Let me see like what kind of people they are, And I'm like, okay. And then I seen y'all stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get them involved in a short film or some kind of music or something, because I love y'all's aesthetic. I love the film industry. I've been involved with like a couple movies and stuff. And I just picked up like I had messaged you about it. I picked up Sony FX6, like crazy cinematic camera, and I really want to start doing more short films and stuff like that, and just find more ways to express my artistic values and stuff. I've always been, which this is ironic because now I'm in front of the camera again. I've always been in front of the camera, and the older I get, the more I kind of want to like be behind a camera and have somebody else be in front. And now I'm doing this, you know, but the mask helps give me that barrier. But yeah, the older I get, the more music shows I go to, whether I'm performing or doing video work or whatever is going on, the more I realize like I love that and I always want to be involved with that scene, but I don't want to be the guy jumping around on stage forever because I'm tired and old. And when we get done performing, my knees hurt, and everybody I'm performing with is like 18 years old, and they're like, let's go party. And I'm like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you stalked us. Did you happen to see Dark Shade Witch? Did you check that video out we did?
No, I just looked at your pictures and stuff to make sure you guys weren't like white supremacists or something like that. I just want to make sure I knew what I was walking into. You know,
absolutely not. Absolutely not. No,
yeah, I'm sure people think the same. They're like, who? Anybody could be under that mask. Like, who are we inviting onto? You know?
Yeah, absolutely not. And again, I also did some stalking too, just to make sure that you were going to be comfortable with sitting down with us and being aware of who you were sitting down with. You know what I mean?
No, y'all are my vibe.
Yeah,
we're besties now. We're the Three Musketeers.
Could have been a little bit of a problem if we all didn't stalk each other.
I get in here, I'm like, witchcraft, evil. Like, you know.
Yeah, that could have been a whole mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we did, what was it, 2 years ago, Alyssa? We did a short film. It's called Dark Shade Witch. It is on my YouTube channel, and Alyssa is in it. I'm the one behind the camera. I assisted in putting it together. So it was just kind of like one of those things just to kick off HeXenfest again over 2 years ago. And yeah, so we were planning on doing Dark Shade Witch 2, but it is not where we want it to be yet.
Well, let me know what I can do to help. I'd love to collab with y'all. I need we don't have many friends out here. I'm of the nerd variety. I just read a lot of books and play Dungeons and Dragons when I'm not working. So watch anime and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd love to come together and work on some film stuff together. And then not on here because it would 1000% dox me. But after this, I could I have a movie out on Tubi, but I could shoot y'all the name of that if you would want to check it out and stuff.
Okay. I've watched a couple Tubi before, a couple shows on there. Interesting, by the way.
Oh, mine is off the wall, so definitely belongs on Tubi, but it's pretty famous fun, you know.
Mm-hmm. Is this one of your associates here? Whoever this person is, it says this is an amazing show. So whoever you are, thank you for that.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel bad too. Like even today, I was trying to rush home and get here for this. We were out grocery shopping because, of course, we do everything last minute. And somebody like stopped me and they're like trying to talk to me, and I'm like, hey, I gotta go, you know. And then it stinks too because I'm with it. DM me. Yeah, let's all do it. Lighting one candle doesn't take away light from the other, so let's all light each other's candles and get out there and collab and create. But yeah, no, yeah, people stop me often, and it stinks too because like they recognize me, and I'm not trying to sound egotistical at all, but I be getting a lot of comments and DMs, and I do not recognize everybody sometimes. And it makes me feel bad. I'm like, crap, I'm sorry. Like,
yeah,
I love you all. You know, it's like,
yeah.
I get recognized when I look my worst. If I'm done up out in public, I don't see a damn person that knows me. If I look like a hot mess, then it's all my whole entire outing is hey Leah, hey, and I'm like, I just want to crawl in a hole. Like,
I feel that I'm always the prettiest ugly dude in the room at all times. So yeah. What did somebody said the other day? They're like, what's with the mask? And I was like, well, some of y'all need to keep your wives and girlfriends, so I'm gonna keep this mask on. Yeah,
I said I just watched the Dark Shade Witch video. It's super cool. Well, thank you.
Sweet, heck yeah.
Yeah, that's and KK was in it, so Alyssa's friend is on here, and he made sure that he
Kyle.
reminded me that he was in it as well. Yes, he
Yeah.
was. He was in it. Um, yeah, it's a twist on the Salem witch trials, but it takes place in Central City. So
Okay. Have you ever been there, Salem?
yes, several
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
I'm
I've been
heading
there
there
as well.
again in November. Yep. So after HeXenfest, I get my vacation.
You're going in November?
Yeah,
I'm also taking vacation in November. I'm so stoked.
yeah. To Salem or
No, I'm going to
Oh.
Thailand. I'm taking the mask
Oh,
with
that's-
me. I'm going to eat every critter under the sun. We're eating them all.
Ooh.
I was also vegan for 5 years. Isn't that wild? Now I eat all the little cute animals. It's fine.
Yeah.
No going back. Yep. I'm ready though. Can I flip the script on y'all? What made you start HeXenfest?
Okay. Well, I was for 3 years the coordinator of a cryptid expo in Johnstown.
Okay.
And
that's like Mothman and stuff, right?
Yeah, Bigfoot,
Okay.
Mothman, and you'll see Bigfoot in Darkshade Witch. So it was incorporating what I was doing with the cryptids, and then what we ended up doing with HeXenfest. I wanted to build a community for just us, for everyone that has ever felt like an outcast, to have a safe place for them to be who and what they are, and just be free. And that's what we did. So we are made up of the spiritual community, witch community, paranormal, artist community. There is so many of us within this whole entire community that we built, and it's specifically for us. Our first year, and I've got a lot of feedback from a lot of people, they had an absolutely wonderful time and said that this is what we needed. It was a magical evening. It really was. And then they said, we wish it could be longer.
Yeah.
So I made it longer.
Awesome. Heck yeah.
I'm like, done. But yeah, I mean, we needed our own thing, just specifically for us. And I think it went over well. Our event is benefiting the Cambria County Suicide Prevention Task Force. So we are donating a portion of that. That is very close to home for Alyssa and myself, because it has to do with two of our friends that we lost. They were mother and daughter. I knew the mother. Alyssa knew both the mother and the daughter. So
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with a lot of different things, but yeah, we don't really fit in anywhere else. I mean, we can and we do.
Assimilate.
Yes,
I do that every day.
Yep.
That makes me even more happy that I'm involved with y'all though, because even with like all my music and stuff, whenever we were doing that, it wasn't a lot, but 10% of all merch and music sales that I ever did went to mental health organizations and stuff like that, because I've lost several friends to suicide along the way, and just mental health in general and how dismissive and unempathetic people can be towards things like that. And even myself, for a long time, I was a victim of letting comparison kill my compassion, where I would say, oh, well, I went through for instance, I lost my sister and my nephew in 2017. And then I lost both of my brothers within 2 years of that. And I would think things like, oh, well, I still go to work and I pay my bills with all this grief. Why can't others? And then I had to take a step back and just think, like, it doesn't matter if what they've been through isn't what I've been through, or even if it's more or less, everybody's not built like me, and I can't expect people to just push through things the way that I do. And not to say that I'm special or anything, but you have to just separate yourself from yourself to realize that we all handle things differently. And the best way that you can help people is just by showing them empathy and compassion. instead of comparing their situation to yours or casting judgment or you know. And I still have flaws. There's still things that people tell me and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, wait, why would you think that about their situation? You know what I mean? Like tisk tisk, like draw yourself back, level yourself, ground yourself. It's I do know that it's hard to put yourself in other people's shoes, especially when you've been through a lot and you're like, man, why have I gone through all this and I'm still doing this? And you know, but all we can do at the end of the day is just focus on bettering. I think if everybody just worked on themselves, the world would slowly become a better place. But so many people focus on trying to work on others when they're still fucked up, or pointing the fingers at others, or blaming others for this or that, when really if we all just focused on ourselves, slowly things would change because we would change. Sorry to get all deep and
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I agree. No one asks to be mentally ill. No one asks to suffer. No one asks to be traumatized as a child. And without the proper help and therapy and everything
I'm
else.
2 years into therapy now.
Yeah.
That shit helps.
Yeah,
my
it does.
stepdad was
Been there.
savage. Yeah, I used to get my face kicked in as a kid, you know, and it definitely caused me strife growing up. And there's many years where I was a complete knucklehead because I thought that, oh, you know, I'm from this poor family and my stepdad's beating the shit out of me. I'm never going to be anything. I'm never going to amount to anything. So I'll just do whatever I want, not care about the future or invest in myself or have any self-worth. And then I had my first daughter 9 years ago, and I was like, well, that shit's out the window. Now everything matters. And I have to, because I didn't have parents growing up. You know, I remember one time sitting on the couch with my partner and my daughter, and we were watching a movie, and I genuinely thought to myself, well, shit, I've never sat on the couch with both my parents and watched a movie. Like, no matter what we're doing wrong in life, this part's right. You know, like we're a step ahead of the generation before us, and that's all that matters. I don't really have like a father figure that I looked up to, so I'm just kind of like winging it out here, but I'm just doing the best I can, you know.
Well, I think you're doing great, and I'm really sorry to hear about all of the trauma that you experienced, but you are a beautiful soul who is doing the best with what you can, and I think that that's great.
Thank you. You know, as much as I wish that I didn't go through the things that I've been through in life, it really made me more aware and more empathetic and become a better person. And I don't know if I didn't go through those trials and tribulations, if I would be the caring, compassionate, loving individual that I am today, because sometimes it takes pain and suffering to acknowledge happiness and growth and stuff. So as much as it does suck, and, you know, I stay up at night sometimes and have my own intrusive thoughts or anxiety and depression and stuff, I do think that everything I went through really just made me better. And I remember this cliche saying my friend used to say, like, things will either be the anchor to weigh us down or the winds to set our sails. And I just don't want to be anchored no more. So no matter what happens in life, I'm just going to push to do my best and positively impact the things around me. Same with this town, you know. People, it's really easy to shit on Johnstown, especially people that are from here. You know, everybody hates where they're from. And it's an amazing town. You know, I've lived all over this dang country, and a couple things right off the bat. There's always somewhere to park in Johnstown. There's never traffic, and you're not gripping your purse when you're getting in your car at night. Yeah, there's crime here, but it's not violent crime. There's no random acts of violence. People ain't getting mugged walking down the street and stuff like that. Like, you know, it's easy to make small towns seem bad, but this place is great.
Yeah,
I agree. As someone who comes from Johnstown, I agree. I wouldn't have a problem with going anywhere in the town by myself. And again, I do, because I travel by myself all the time. But yeah, I mean, it's not what people think it is, and it's not what people are making it out to be. And I do see the growth with Johnstown again. I don't know what all you know about, you know, Johnstown, but it has been through hell and back over and over and over again.
Yeah, the floods, this, that, the third. I've said, and I've ruffled some feathers before. I try not to get too crazy on the medias and stuff. But I've said, in my opinion, the only people that think that Johnstown is a bad place are people that have never lived anywhere but Johnstown.
Right.
And I get that it's changed a lot from what it is, but change is going to happen. you know. But this compared to, I've lived in Durham, North Carolina, Pueblo, Colorado, in California, all those places, you know, stick some of these people there for a week, they'll be begging to come home.
Yeah, and we all do. I came back.
Yeah.
I've come back, I don't know how many times, and it's just like, I'm back here again. I was gone for 2 years and just come back 2 months ago. So this one's permanent.
This might not be the end all be all though, because I can't imagine being 60 and shoveling snow here. So hopefully by that time I'm the hell up out of here. But that's just because I'll be old and it'll be snowy and I want to be somewhere naked in the jungle. So that's just my cup of tea.
Well, I am looking forward to actually meeting you. Maybe we can collab prior to HeXenfest. Again, if we kick off Dark Shade Witch 2, that would be an awesome collab.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I need some film buddies out here.
Yeah.
Just like-minded people in general. Needles in the haystacks, you know?
Hey, you came to the right place. That's all I'm saying. Just from what I've heard over this whole podcast, like, you're where you need to be.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to everyone for tuning in. This has been one of the best podcasts I have done. I am very glad I got to meet you. I wish you all the best, and thank you for doing this for our town.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. I appreciate both of you so much. I really look forward to meeting y'all in person and talking more and just working on creating together. I'm really hyped about all this. It's great.
Yeah, same. Well, I am going to end our live stream. And again, thank you to everyone. All information about the event for HeXenfest is on our group. I have a page as well. All the vendors are listed, all the entertainment, and we are also on Eventbrite for the lineup. Our entertainment lineup will be posted soon for our bands, times when they're going to take the stage, the dancing witches, the fire performers, all of it. So stay tuned for that. And this is just the kickoff season. As I said, we are on the countdown now to HeXenfest. So be prepared to see a lot more of this as we make our way to October 31st. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate all of you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Take care.
Call me the dark outside your window. Call me the sin you never meant to find. I tear apart the hands that chained you. Cross every line to leave a ghost behind you.